Welcome back. We're back on the old rat rod. Let's get into it. All right, as you see, some parts are missing. I've been, messing around, really, to be honest. Got the engine out. Just kind of, finish welded up the grill, radiator mounts, kind of clean them up a little bit, shape them up. I think, it should look good. Same with the radiator, kind of finished weld. Dug out some steel for the floorboard. We got some steel for the tailgate. We got an air cleaner option. We got a horn. We got some brakes. We got some mirrors. We've got quite a bit of stuff we're going to try to tackle in this episode. We don't have too much left. We got steering, we got brakes, we got a drive shaft, and hopefully my goal by the end of this one is to see if we can hear this baby run, and hopefully she doesn't have a woodpecker in there or something like that. Hopefully she's decent. That's the plan. I did get a little excited. I got maybe 15 minutes in this. I just hacking away with the old plasma cutter. It was easy. Once you get that engine out, we could slide that steering box back. And at first I thought, well, I'll just get one bolt in it. Before I knew it, it was just, it's done, I guess. It's not done, I guess. We still got a little finish welding to do. We're going to clean her up a little bit. But look at how nice that turned out. She's centered up nicely. I'm going to wait till I get a seat in there and the steering wheel, to kind of finish up the height over here yet. We still got to shorten it yet, but look how nicely that's going to work out. I mean, the wheels centered up on turns, and the truck's centered here, so it's pretty well centered. Look at that. That's just going to, well done. So yeah, steering should be pretty easy. I don't think brakes are going to be that difficult. Let's get into it. Good morning. Yeah, hopefully it's like -3 today, I think. Real feel of like -20, been like that for a couple days. And next week we're supposed to be up to like 40, 50. So hopefully we get rid of all that ugly white stuff and get a little better temperatures because it's chilly. Anyways, we've been grinding on this thing pretty good. Lots of welding. I did go ahead and split the motor tranny. I'm pleased. They put a new flex plate in it. It looks awful clean in there. The transmission, same way. I was gonna do new seals because I just always do that. Those look like they've been replaced. I can still see the part numbers. I can still see, like, they look brand new. The more I look at the transmission, it really kind of looks like it has been rebuilt. So I don't know. What I'm saying is I'm just gonna get the torque converter, clean it up. We're probably just gonna slap that back together because I think it'll be all right. On the truck, yeah, like I say, just been lots of welding. Firewall's kind of done. Did some welding on the cross member we deleted down there. Been working on, we still need to shorten up the column, but the steering's pretty much done. Been trying to figure out a brake pedal, gas pedal assembly. We'll get into that a little bit later. And gauges, kind of just figuring out parts. There's a lot of time and that kind of stuff in this kind of work. This tailgate though, did that thing turn out just sweet? This is just like an old rust repair panel I picked up at a swap meet. You know, it was just a cut off of something else. I don't even know what it was for, but I always liked the curve, and I always thought I would use it on tailgate. I don't know. Kinda wished I wouldn't use it on this one. Man, wouldn't that look so sweet, all body worked out and painted? I mean, that thing's got such a sweet curve there, and then a sweet curve there. That's a cool tailgate, in my opinion. I really like how it turned out. I think we'll slap a little, piece back here, cap that off so this doesn't just get destroyed. What else? We did the rear bumper bracket and the hitch receiver back here. I don't know, I wasn't gonna put a hitch receiver on this, but I'm thinking I'll probably drive this around for a little bit. So I'm probably always pulling a trailer, it seems like. So got to be able to have that, because I want to be able to drive it. And it's, 4 foot wide, so I can put a pallet in here. Like, this could be a workhorse. And the engine's hopefully going to be a little more tame than the other one. Anyways, the rear bumper bracket, it's kind of, this kind of got a little ugly under here, but I really wanted this rear structure. I mean, obviously I wanted the hitch receiver to be strong, but I really wanted this rear bumper to be strong too. I did some welding across here. This angle iron's pretty thick, just because, like, metal will bend, especially if we get hit in the rear good. And so I really wanted this to be kind of pretty strong, because like these wood boards, the more I kind of thought about it, like, they're not going to bend, and they're going to go forward, and that's where we're at. And I don't, that freaks me out. Guy, you got to think about that kind of stuff when you're doing this, because accidents do happen. So I kind of, put that extra support in there, hopefully, whatever. Basically, the floor is next. That's why we're not doing pedals yet, because it's just kind of uncomfortable laying in here. So we're going to slap the floor in real quick. I'm still waiting on the shifter. We need to pop the motor and training back in, but at least we're going to go ahead and get it cut and set in here and fit. So we got this sheet of steel over here. It's already been butchered on. It's really butchered on. So I'd like to clean it up. Anyways, I've kind of been messing around getting her marked out. Got a little paper template there for the corners, it worked out good. So yeah, we're gonna get that cut out, cleaned up, and maybe we use the rest of this for the backside of that tailgate or something. Yeah, let's do it. tailgate looking good. Pretty well tacked up. Need to probably finish weld a little bit more. I'm really low on welding gas, and the town that's in is like 30 minutes away, and that's where we get steel. So we get gas and we get steel. It'll be a half a day or better screwing around. So we're gonna kind of just wait on that for now. It's mocked up, it's where it needs to be. I got a quick piece to cap off our gas filler over there. Just needs tacked in. The floorboard kind of just needs welded down. But I want to pause on that until we get the engine back in, get the shifter in it, so we can kind of, you know, figure that out before we nail down the floor. But at least now we've got the floor and kind of lay on and get like the pedals done. So that's going to be next. So I got this brake pedal assembly. I don't know what it's out of. I'm guessing GM whatever, something I boned out over the years. It's gonna work just fine, but we don't need this back half section here. So we're just gonna go ahead and chop that off, delete it, and see if we can't get the brake pedal situation figured out. So let's do it. Well, we got the brake pedal braking, I think, you know. Got a support here going into the dash, welded. Got another one back here welded into the cowl, working out good. I even put one up here, going across. Doesn't let the pedal come up too far. While I had the master cylinder in there, that way the rod doesn't fall out. I made a rod real quick, nothing fancy. Just beveled the end a little bit. And you know, welded a piece of flat plate. That flat plate was just a piece of scrap. And you know, hole punch for the save. Done. Just need to do a little more welding to that, obviously. Maybe a little, you know. Gas pedal here. We need to build a quick little mount, little 3-bolt. I think that's just gonna kind of slip up right here. And yeah, I think that'll work out just fine. And then the only other thing we needed to do, kind of welding to the firewall wise, you know, future stuff, I guess. I'm thinking if a guy ever wants to do like heat and air or whatever, you know, an underbox, under dash is probably what we're going to do. I got this piece of scrap here, punched out a bunch of holes. We're just going to weld that baby in there. It's plenty overkill thick wise, so it'll be plenty heavy duty. We'll weld that in nice, and it'll be in there for future if we need. But yeah, we're trying to get the engine back in because we want to get that baby fired up. So I went ahead and, like I say, that's where our support rod is. Weld all those in, fill that up, kind of filled all the holes on the other side. But I just decided against, I don't want it so ratty, you know what I mean? I guess. So, hello. We're going to rebuild the front end, you know? And we're gonna rebuild the old firewall is what we're gonna do. Before we stick our engine back in there, it's pretty well ready to go back in. But yeah, I wanna get it fired up. I wanna get her stabbed in here. I'm thinking we might as well just go ahead and do that real quick. And you know, make her look a little better. So that's what we're gonna do. Good morning. What do you think? That turned out pretty slick, huh? After she dried out, we ended up using the Rust-Oleum flat, you know. Turned out pretty slick, I think. I'm really happy with it. The firewall looks great, and you can see the body lines and stuff like that. Just kind of cleaned it up. I don't know. I think it looks good. You know, just kind of dusted it over the chassis and stuff. You know, just whatever. Trying to blend her in. Mainly been picking up this morning. Still got a mess over here, but I'll get to that later. I got the floor out, kind of, you know, whatever, just picking up. I'm thinking our next step is I'd like to get the, you know, engine trans in and see if she's good or not. But we'd like to get a little undercoat on the bottom side of that, little seam sealer. I think this is going to be good enough for welding the floor, so we're just going to go ahead and seam seal the heck out of it and go ahead and get the inside of this, you know, kind of cleaned up, because we're done welding in here pretty well, and other than this section of the floor. So I think we'll go ahead and get that done. That way we can get the engine in. It'll just hopefully be, you know, done. Hopefully it's good. So, and I'd really like to hear her start up. So let's get this done so we can get that baby stabbed in here. Finally got her wrestled in there. Luckily I had Kayla's help, because that thing, that cherry picker is just a piece of junk. Just junk, I say. But anyways, it's in there. Of course, we did run into a snag. Why wouldn't we? It was this motor mount. It really just was not fitting. Couldn't figure out why. And I don't know if it was from the heat or whatever, but yeah, this motor mount is already splitting apart and flexing a whole bunch. I don't know that it'd be causing us a problem immediately, but I had another set on the shelf that looked way better made, to be honest. They were just a touch narrower here, so I just kind of had to grind down on the tubing a little bit. No big deal. Got them slapped in there. I'm happy with that, because I don't want to deal with that problem later, hopefully. Hopefully she's in for the last time, you know. Steering box, that worked out slick, huh? Look at that. Told you it'd work out. Worked out just fine. Lots of room. I'd like to get on to seeing if this baby's gonna fire up, because that's what we're here for, right? Got valve cover gaskets, need to do those. I've got some in the other room. I've got a brand new distributor also. I don't know about wires, and I definitely know I don't have spark plugs. So I'm gonna try to gather up some parts. Carburetor also, I guess. I've got one here though, but yeah, I'm gonna gather up some parts real quick, see what I need to do to get in town, because I know, like I said, I gotta get spark plugs. So make a list, run to town, and get this baby sorted out so we can get her fired up, or try it to anyways. So let's do it. came, and luckily we got our Amazon's finest, you know, $160 I believe is what it was, 4-barrel. Let's find out together. Reviews seem to be good. Everyone said it was pretty darn good, so I don't know, we'll find out together. Everything's in pretty well. Plugs, wires, valve covers are good. Done. Got a oil gauge. We seem to be building oil pressure. Oil looks great, so I'm gonna leave it for a test fire. Let's get this carburetor set up, try to get a little drinky drink to her and see what happens. Alright, carburetor's on. I got our makeshift fuel tank here. What do you think of that? You know, that's working out pretty good. Let's get you set up there. Anyways, got a little bit of mixed fuel left over from the rat stock truck. So this is like, this is good stuff anyways. So she should like this anyhow. So I'm going to fill this line and hope to kind of fill up the carburetor a little bit, so maybe it'll idle for a second. And we'll give her some rip'ems. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, we gotta hook up the battery. Okay. Now let's try. Ooh, that might be a problem. Ooh, that might be a problem. I didn't think that one all the way through. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Oh man. Oh. Doobie. You'd think I'd never done this before, guys. Gotta have power to the coil. Ain't nothing gonna work without that. Good lordy. Woo. Woo. Yeah, not bad. Good oil pressure, sounds pretty good. Yeah, what a circus for me to get it going, but man, look at that smile. That thing sounds good. I like it. All right, I adjusted the plug wires and moved them all one spot around, so hopefully we got a little bit more timing now. And tighten up the headers a little bit. We don't have any gaskets in them, but yeah, whatever, let's do it again. Not too darn bad. She sounds pretty good. The old torque converter's not bolted in, so it's kind of clanging against the flex plate, I'm sure, but I don't know, pretty happy. Woo! Can't get tired of race fuel and fresh engine paint getting burned off. I don't know. Smells beautiful. Ah, I love it. Anyways, man, she sounds crisp, huh? She sounds really good. It's actually pretty loud, no smoke, you know, so kind of sounds like, you know, maybe it's a little on the fresher side, higher compression maybe. I don't know, sounds pretty good though. Anxious to get her dialed in, you know, knock off some of our, you know, jimmery going on here. But I think for now we've got to be getting long enough into this episode that, you know, it's probably, time to close her up. We've got lots of new parts, and that's basically what we're down to, is just getting her dialed in and, you know, getting ready for burnouts. Basically, that's what we're going to do next time, is a whole lot of burnouts. I sure hope, as long as that tranny's good, and the rear end, you know, that's the plan. But basically, we're just down to, like I say, plumbing and a little bit of wiring, but our engine's good, and that's awesome. I mean, you never know sometimes in the marketplace, and man, that thing sounds good. Happy with it. I seen where it jumped up above 50 pounds of oil pressure at one point, so I'm excited for that. Like I say, there's not too much left to do on the way back. I noticed there's a bunch of new subscribers. Appreciate y'all. Check out some of our other work too. Like I say, definitely come back for the next round, because you know, the way she sounds like it's gonna be some fun times. So yeah, come on back, we'll burn up some tires. See you on the next one.